Hello and welcome. My name is Sebastian and I'm a Microsoft certified Business Central functional consultant with 5 years of experience working for a Microsoft Gold Partner company as an implementation consultant. Over those 5 years in every single customer project I did use Rapidstart, the Microsoft standard interface between Excel and Business Central. Just imagine you could bulk edit or create your records in Excel and then simply import them into Business Central. Well, then Rapidstart makes your dream come true. With Rapidstart, you can, during an implementation project of Business Central, you can set up a company easily and you can migrate data into a new company. After the go live, you can use Rapidstart in order to bulk edit or mass process data and to create new records into your system. And in this course, we have 4 parts. In the first part, we will have a hands-on look at the most simple process using Rapidstart. So if you watch this, you're basically good to go, right? But if you want to dig deeper, in the next section, we will have a deep dive into all the features Rapidstart offers. In the third section, we will have a look at how to set up a company using the configuration packages in Rapidstart. And in the fourth section, we will have a look at real-life, everyday examples and applications of using Rapidstart in order to work with customers, to work with vendors, with items, with updating prices, and with importing and posting sales orders. So who is this course for? If you're working on an implementation project at the moment as a key user responsible for the setup, or in IT responsible for migrating data into the company, then this course is for you. If you're already working in a productive environment with Business Central and you're responsible for bulk editing records, for mass processing records, for creating new records in the system, then this course is for you. If you simply want to boost your productivity working with Business Central, then also this course is for you. So please don't hesitate. Just click on Enroll now, and I look so much forward to see you in the first lecture. This first lecture will probably be the most important lecture we will have in the whole course. So if you only watch one single lecture in this course, please watch this one. Because what we will do together in the next probably about 10 minutes or so is we will have a look at the very basic and simple example of using Rapidstart, of using a configuration package in Rapidstart in order to bulk edit data in Business Central. And once you watch this lecture, you will be able to use Rapidstart yourself. Probably in the simplest form, but that will, for most use cases in everyday life, that will be enough, right? So in the next 10 minutes, you will learn to use Business Central yourself. So let's get started. I opened up my Cronus database, my standard Cronus database by Microsoft. And the use case we will perform right now is a very common one. Let's say we do have our contacts, and those contacts are assigned to salespersons, right? So to different salespersons, to employees of our company. And if I filter them, let's say that Otis Falls is no longer working for our company, but he has a lot of customers, a lot of contacts he's responsible for as a salesperson. So we need to assign those contacts Otis used to be responsible for to our new colleague called Catherine, right? Catherine, as we can see, has no contacts she's responsible for at the moment. So what we will do is we will, in just a couple of minutes, change the salesperson code of all of those contacts from Otis to Catherine, right? Obviously, I could go in, I could open up every single contact and I could change the salesperson code from Otis to Catherine. But that's not what we're going to do because that's just too much manual work. We will use Rapidstart for that. But how does Rapidstart actually work? What's the process of using Rapidstart in order to bulk edit data? Let's have a look at the process. What we have here is 2 swim lanes. the top swim lane is for Business Central, for everything we do in Business Central. The lower swim lane is for everything we do in Excel. So we start off by creating a configuration package in Business Central and by assigning tables to that configuration package. We then export this configuration package to Excel, open this Excel file up and insert or edit data in this Excel file. We then save and close the Excel file, import that Excel file again, and then apply the data in the configuration package. And we have then modified or created records in Business Central. So that's the basic process. Let's have a look how this actually works in practice. So again, we will change the salesperson code of all of those contacts from OGIS, from OF to Catherine KH, right? So in order to get started, we click on the global search and we search for configuration packages. Okay. So we do have configuration packages in your database. You might or might not have already some entries here. We're not really interested in them right now. What we do is we create a new one. We click on New. And what opens up is an empty configuration package card. You will probably have seen, if you have some experience working with Business Central, this basic concept of this configuration package card before, probably from sales or purchase orders, because this consists of two tables actually, of a configuration package card header and of configuration package card lines. So let's populate a header first. What we do is we give this a code. Let's say we do want to export and import contacts with that. So why not call our configuration package contacts? And the good thing is we can basically ignore for now all the other fields here. The only thing we will do is we check this box. Just do it. We will talk about why we will check this box in a later part of the course. For now, just do it. All right? So that's already our header populated. There's not much more than that. What we do now is we need to assign the table or the tables we do want to export and import to or from Business Central. So in this case, it's only one single one single table. So we click on Table ID and open those objects by clicking on the Assist Edit. And we search for the table contact. So here's our table contact. I choose that and then I leave the line. It now asks me that if I do want to check related tables, whatever they are, we're not interested in them right now. So we just click on No, right? We just ignore this and click on No. And that's already our configuration package card created. There's not much more than that, right? If we go back to our process, we created a configuration package by basically entering a code, a description, and ticking a box. And then we assigned, in this case, only one table, the table 5050 contact, to our configuration package. The next thing we need to do is we need to export that to Excel. So we click on Export to Excel. It asks me, are you really sure you want to export? Yes, I do. Obviously I am. And we click on Yes. It's now creating the Excel worksheet for us. It's in our download folder and we click on Open. So the first thing we need to do is we need to click on Activate. And we can now see all the data that we do have on the table 5050 in Business Central. Every line is one record and we do have all the fields in here, right? Most important thing is up here in cell A1, you do have the code of your configuration package. In cell B, you do have the name of the table, and in cell C1, you do have the table number in Business Central for the table you can see here. If you would have more than one tables in your configuration package, they would appear as different worksheets down here. So in this case, this is table contact, right? And over here we can see all those fields. And all we need to do now, I suppose you're familiar with Excel, we need to filter, in this case, all our contacts that used to be managed by Otis. And we change this to Catherine, right? Her code was KH. We enter KH in the top cell. We click here, and now we have assigned all those contacts to our salesperson, Catherine. What we can do now is we can choose all of them except Catherine. Click on OK. And now what we can do is we can delete all of them because all the rest of them we're not interested in. Those are records that when we don't want to change anything for them, we just get rid of them. That will speed up the performance of our configuration package in just a second, right? So all we have left right now are those contacts that we have now assigned in the Excel to Catherine. So the next thing we need to do is we need to save our Excel file and close it down. The closing down of the Excel file is actually very important because otherwise we will get an error message once we try to import the Excel again. So let's have a look at our process. What we did is we exported our configuration package to Excel. We did edit the data there by changing the salesperson code from Otis to KH, Catherine. And then we saved and closed down the Excel. The next thing we need to do is we need to import the Excel file back into Business Central and then apply the data in the Excel file. So right now we click on Import from Excel. And what we can see over here, this is my download folder. And this is the file we just edited. So I put it in here. And what happens next is a very funny thing, right? This says, okay, this is the import preview, and oh, it's a warning sign, right? It's red, it's bold, it's italic, it says contact, and that's usually a warning sign. And I'm not sure why Microsoft actually decided to go with this layout, right? There's no other page in Business Central where I've seen something like that. But usually in my experience where I come from, if something is red, bold, and italic, that's a warning sign. That's, oh, something is wrong. Please don't do it. In this case, I'm not even sure what it means. It's just all fine. Please don't be afraid. Even though if this jumps at you, right? If it jumps right at your face, it's all fine. Don't worry. It's not a warning sign in this case. It's just asking, do you really want to import that? And what you do is do not click on close, but you click on import up here in the menu ribbon. The next thing that happens, it's importing the package into the configuration part. And the configuration card is actually a buffer zone, so to speak, right? Once you import the Excel file, the data from here is not actually in our system yet. We did not change any records yet. They're in a buffer zone, in a safe space in Business Central where we can have a look at them and check if there are any errors there. If there would be any errors with those files we just imported, those records, we would see them here, number of package errors, but there are 0, so everything's fine. So the next thing we need to do, and the last thing actually, is we need to apply the data. So actually taking the data we now have in our safe space and shooting them into the table contact and actually added the data there. So what we do now is we click on Apply Package. It asks us, do you really want to apply package from contacts? And please make sure that you do know what you're doing, because you can actually, by clicking on yes, you will change records in Business Central, right? So make sure you know what you're doing there. It now says it's applying the package. And in just a second, we will get a message saying that it modified records. Take a second. And now we get the message that one table was processed, the table contact. There were 0 errors, 0 records were inserted, right? We didn't create a new contact, but we modified 171 records, right? All the contacts that were formerly assigned to Otis, we have now assigned to Catherine. So we click on OK, and that's it. That's all there is, right? We can now check if we were successful. Go back to our contacts, and actually we can see already that salesperson code Otis, we still have our filter to. There's not a single contact anymore assigned to Otis. While if we go change our filter to Catherine, then we can see she now has all those contacts assigned to her that were formerly assigned to Otis. So just a couple of minutes, we changed all those records in Business Central. We bulk edited those records using Rapidstart. And that's basically all there is. For most use cases you will have once you want to change data for a large number of records, that's basically it, right? There's not much more to it. You create a configuration package, you assign the table you want to change data on, you export the file to Excel, you edit the data, you save and close the Excel file, you import the Excel back into the system, and then you apply the data. And that's it. If you have understood that, then congratulations, because that's all you need to get really started with Business Central and take your everyday work with Business Central to a whole new level, because now you know how to actually bulk edit data, and a lot of colleagues will be very jealous of you because it just saves so much time to be able to work with configuration packages and Rapidstart. And in the next courses, we will have a proper look at all the features there are, all the special things you can do with configuration packages. There's obviously a lot more, and we will have a look at certain use cases for what we can use, for which we can use configuration packages. But that's the takeaway message, right? In order to bulk edit data, we create a configuration package, we assign tables, we export it to Excel, insert or edit the data there, save and close the Excel file, import it back, and apply the data. And that's it.